Welcome. This meditation is called The Heel That Keeps Walking. You can either sit down or stand up or walk. Most of us know what it is like to continue doing something that matters to us, even when we're uninspired. I invite you simply to notice what it is like to remain faithful when inspiration is absent. Perhaps today has been a day of connection, perhaps not. Perhaps your attention wandered. It may have been a day of distraction. However you find yourself in this moment, there's no need to change before we begin. Let's think about the heel. We don't usually give it much thought, but every time we take a step, it quietly receives the weight of the body before the rest of the foot follows. The heel carries us forward. There are forms of faithfulness that are almost invisible, just like the heel. They carry our lives in the direction we have chosen. If you are sitting, you might notice your feet resting on the floor. If you'd like to stand and move and walk, take a moment to notice what it feels like to have your weight resting on both feet. Notice where your heels meet the ground. Allow yourself to become a little more aware of what has been supporting you. You may have thoughts, feelings, or sensations. You may notice a longing to feel closer to someone or to the Creator. Perhaps there's disappointment that you're yearning, or your spiritual life has not felt the way you hoped it would. Notice that you have continued day after day, even when little seemed to be happening. In a sikha on the Parshat of Ekev, the Rebbe teaches that there are times when our relationship with God is carried less by moments of spiritual inspiration and more by our willingness to continue when inspiration is absent. Let's notice that. If you are in a time when inspiration is absent, and let it accompany you as you begin to move. It's okay to walk in whatever way feels natural. There is no need to slow your pace unless you feel comfortable with that. From time to time, notice the quiet moment when your heel meets the ground before the rest of your foot follows. Let that become a gentle reminder of what the Rebbe is talking about. Willingness to continue when inspiration is absent. Noticing the movement. Let's wonder what might a faithful step look like today. It may be very small, making a phone call you've been putting off, showing patience to someone you love, returning to a responsibility that has become difficult, or returning to a task again after becoming distracted. Whatever comes to mind, notice that it is only asking for one step. As you move, notice that your heel receives the weight of the body and then another step follows. Similarly, we continue returning to the commitments and the responsibilities that shape our lives. Maybe later we begin to recognize what those quiet, ordinary steps were accomplishing. Continue moving and noticing, visualizing the next faithful step. There is nothing you need to conclude or even to understand. Your heels continue carrying you, even though you may not understand or see any excitement or inspiration. No need to conclude or even to understand. We are not always asked to feel inspired. We are simply asked to take the next faithful step. Thank you for joining me.